What's happening, everyone? My name is Darcizzle and you're watching Darcizzle Offshore. And in today's video, I'm appearing on the radio on 105.9 FM on the Paul Castronovo Show to talk about fishing.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How are you?
Good work. So,
Pretty good.
all right. What are we here for?
We're here for the Paul Castronovo Show.
Darcizzle, huh? What do you think?
Sounds like the name of a rapper.
She's the fishing woman who will be joining us in just a few minutes. Do you think the popularity is because of the nice outfit she wears?
What does she wear?
Well, there are some videos where she wears the bikinis. Is that the reason? I mean, do we know that to be true?
Well, she hopes it's because of the fishing. That's what she's into.
You gotta get
in the
attention.
studio.
Is that what she said to you?
Yes.
And that's when I mentioned some fan of ours, of
Look,
Darcy's,
video.
Eric, called in the station the
Maybe
other
they're
day
good fishermen.
and said,
Oh, she and whoever
hey, you
she's
should have
out
this
with.
girl on.
She'll be.
And I guess, and then they called us up. And so
Yeah.
here we are. So thanks a lot. And, all thanks to you guys as usual.
Yep.
Darcizzle.
I don't know why I'm getting
Are you nervous? Darcy's
Sizzle
nervous.
theme music, man. She'll be our guest in a couple minutes.
I don't know why I'm getting nervous.
Do this
but
all the time.
I am, and I feel like I should be more nervous if I'm being videoed, but I'm going to be talking on the radio. That's no big deal. But I'm nervous, so whatever. I'm sure once I get in there, and after a couple minutes, I'll calm down. But I get nervous with these things. It doesn't matter what it is.
Is this the green room?
I don't know.
No. We've only been in like one or two green rooms before. Is this?
There's no green. It's not green. It's not a green room.
None of the green rooms are green. Green rooms aren't green. That's just the name.
I don't know.
So the green guitar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope they don't. Maybe they have you in the crappy green room. Think they have a better? I don't think they have a better.
Why would it be a green room? It's a radio show.
Because guests are waiting often.
I suppose. I just want to get in there. I don't want to wait anymore. Get more nervous.
No. So doing some segments, they're doing some commercials and then some sports, and then the hero is going on.
Let's make radio magic.
Awesome.
All right, so we're in the middle of sports, and we're going to bring you in here.
Okay.
Basically, if you've never been to Epcot, they have you start. You got Mexico. Hey, Darcizzle.
Hello.
Hey.
How
nice
you
to see
doing?
guys.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
You got
Doing
starts
good.
in Mexico. Has a bar and a restaurant. So we started. We had a radio. All right. So Darcizzle is. It's not. That's not your name, but that's what you go by.
Right.
Your website is Darcizzle Offshore. Your YouTube channel.
Right, exactly. My nickname, and all my fans know me as Darcizzle.
He thinks you're a rapper.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna come in and spit some bars.
No, I don't sing, unfortunately. I'm not good at that.
But she can flat out. She is the most watched female angler on the planet.
We like to say that. Yeah, that's
That's a
our
good one.
tagline.
Go with that, right? Go run with it. Where do you fish at? Hillsborough Inlet?
We actually fish out of the Boynton Beach Inlet.
Boynton. Okay,
Yes.
I grew up fishing that inlet. That's a nasty inlet sometimes.
Yes, it's actually one of the most dangerous inlets
Really
in
is,
Florida,
I know.
for sure. Yeah.
Because you got some of these drip boats coming out, and you're trying to come in, and vice versa, and there's that weird dog leg. I hate that.
Right. It's like a total blind side, and
But
so you
there's a
gotta
lot
like.
of bait there.
Yes, sometimes of the year, not
Yeah.
year round though, unfortunately.
No, I don't know. We've had a bad year for bait
That's true.
and hurricanes and other stuff like that. But I'm looking at your channel, man. You can flat out fish. Is it that you're a good angler, or your boyfriend can run a boat?
Whoa.
Well,
Well,
I think
thank
that's
you
a
very much.
Hey, listen, I run the boat at my house, and all these guys take credit for catching all the fish.
Well, does your wife know how to run the boat?
Yeah. I caught a white marlin with Gina running the boat one day, and on the way back from Bimini, it was unbelievable.
Does she fish herself? I never even asked.
Yeah. But over the years, she's kind of like, you guys go. She gives her 4 hours alone without guys harassing her.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's a team effort. I mean, he runs the boat, but at the same time, like, I do a lot of work on the boat as well, so we are constantly working together. When we go fishing by ourselves, there's just so much that goes into fishing. We're really serious about it.
It's
so.
hard work. A lot
Yeah,
of people don't realize
definitely.
that. Yeah, it seems like you catch a bunch of fish.
We try to.
Well, you're not going to put a video out that doesn't have you catching any fish.
Actually, our channel, we like to focus on like the realities of fishing. So believe it or not, we post whatever happened that day. So if we got a ton of fish, we're going to show that to you. And if we didn't catch any fish, we're going to show that to you too.
Here's a video. She didn't
That's
catch
the
a damn
realities
thing.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And there's honestly a lot of times we go out and we get skunked. I mean, it's just part of fishing.
One of the good things about fishing down here in South Florida is that year-round we can catch sailfish. Now, there was a time it wasn't that easy, but I think it was when they stopped the gill netting about 20 years ago, that the bait started coming through. But literally, if you think about it, people travel, spend a fortune. I'm going to Mexico to go catch a sailfish. Dude, you go out any one of the inlets here on any given day, and we catch them all. It gets to the point sometimes like, oh, it's a sailfish.
Yeah.
You know, I want a wahoo.
It's so true. And
You
during
know?
the summer months, we have caught some big sailfish. Like in
Yeah.
the last 2 years, we've been slaying sailfish in the summer, and the winter is the actual season for them.
So Darcizzle is Darcizzle
Correct.
Offshore.
Yes.
Now, are you familiar with Ladies Let's Go Fishing?
I've heard of them, yes.
You need to do something with those guys and go speak to them. It's a really neat organization, and my friend Betty Bauman runs it. And basically, she's exposing women to fishing. So they do like say it's a weekend. They do seminars, and then all the girls get together and they go out on a boat and they fish, or a few different boats.
That's pretty cool.
It's a really cool thing because a lot of women, it's intimidating to get on a boat because it's it's like a guy's world or whatever. And we as men tend to yell.
Right.
Gina said to me when we hooked that white marlin, she goes, now look, if you start yelling, I'm going to just drive over the line and run the fish over. And I'm like, okay, just try and comment. And she was amazing.
Right.
She ran the boat perfectly. We released the white marlin. It was one of the greatest, and we got pictures to prove it.
Right. And that's just part of my goal, too, is to show girls they can get out there and go fishing. And a lot of times the guys are trying to be gentlemen on the boat, and I do everything myself. But a lot of times I'll go fishing with someone new, and they'll hand me the rod after they hook the fish or whatever it is, and it's like, I can do this myself.
No, I hate that. Don't be doing
like,
that.
don't do that. Yeah.
I don't think they're looking down on you or anything. I think they're just trying to be helpful, yeah.
Exactly.
Now, here's a question. Do you think the popularity of your website or your YouTube channel, Darcizzle Offshore, is because you're pretty hot and you wear a bikini?
Well, I think it has.
It's an honest question, a boyfriend
No,
guy.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Honestly, it definitely attributes to the initial push of people to come to our channel. But once they realize that, like, I can actually fish, and I show them tips and tricks, and I show them what I'm doing on the water, then they turn into real fans. And
When
honestly,
you take Gia fishing sometime, will she be wearing the same outfit you wear?
honestly, you wear whatever you want. And quite recently, if you watch my recent videos, there's actually not a lot of videos of bikinis. It's just whatever I wear, whatever is weather permitted.
No
pretty
pun
much.
intended. You have an angle, like with that. I get it. You want to hook them in, so to
right.
speak.
Oh my God.
With something.
If there's one more pun, you're going in timeout.
Send me to the corner.
Well, I want to. How long does it take you to get ready?
It's a lot. There's a lot that
The
goes
worst
into
thing about
it.
fishing is loading the boat and carrying all the crap and tying leaders, isn't it?
Yes, and it never ends. And then
Yeah.
you're out there and you're
You know what you
bobbing
need?
around
You
and
know-
you're tying rigs.
You
And
know what you need, Darcizzle?
What?
A teenage son.
Maybe one day.
Let him do all that work for me.
But
It's
have you
become
gotten-
so great.
Have you gotten to the point where you can make a living with this now?
Yes, I do this full time. Me and my boyfriend quit our jobs about 18 months ago
Oh.
to pursue this full time. And we're
Dude,
making a
that's
living.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. We
Wow.
travel all around Florida. We just got back from the Bahamas 2 weeks ago.
How was it? Where'd you
and
go?
That was amazing. West End, Bahamas.
You in the
first
West
time
End?
there.
Any damage down there for the storm?
Not really,
No,
honestly.
I don't think West End got whacked.
Yeah, it was like minimal damage for them, so they got very, very
Did you do
lucky.
some mutton snapper fishing?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that, but they were catching lobsters and conch like 100 feet off the beach because the lobsters had moved in with the storm, and we ended up going out there and catching a 40-pound wahoo on the ledge. That was
Man.
amazing. It was
That's
so
good
cool.
fish. Live bait or trolling?
We were trolling, and that video is on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. as well.
Darcizzle Offshore. Wow.
Yep.
And you have sponsors and all this stuff?
Yep, I have sponsors. My biggest sponsor is Land Shark Lager. I'm just the official
wow.
Land Shark Lager girl.
What's that, the land shark?
Yeah, I actually probably should have brought some Land Sharks.
And how old are you? I know
I
men
am-
aren't supposed to ask women that, but it's an interesting question because I want to say, it's hard work.
It is. It's really hard work, and honestly, nobody realizes the time and effort we
I'm
put
gonna
into our
guess
videos. But I'm
26.
28.
Oh man, that was
What?
close.
Pretty
All right,
close.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And did this start like did your parents fish? Did they show you how to do it?
So basically, at the age of 3 years old, I grew up in Miami, Florida, with my dad, and we just started fishing and mangrove snapper fishing, growing up my whole life. And then I kind of moved up this way after I graduated high school in Miami, met Brian, and we started fishing together.
How did
And
you
then
get the, how did you win the
I was
lottery
going to ask,
ticket?
who's the better fisherman? You or Brian?
me,
Oh,
definitely.
there we go.
Brian actually tells me a lot of times he just enjoys being on the boat. He doesn't like the fishing part
It's
so
because
much.
he stands behind you
Exactly.
fishing in that bikini. What the hell?
Yeah.
He's got the best job on the planet.
He'd much rather have me reeling all the fish because
Yeah.
it doesn't. I
Does
love
he
to
gaff
fish.
the fish?
He gaffs fish, yeah.
You gaff them?
Yeah,
Well,
we
do
work
you gaff them
together.
too?
Yes, I gaff them
When
too.
you're hooked?
No, a
No,
lot.
you don't
It
wanna screw
depends on
that
the
up.
fish. It depends on the fish. But you know, if I catch a sailfish, I'll hand him the rod and I'll build the sailfish.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'll
good.
do all the work. So, you know, I'm just trying to promote the girls. So I'm showing them I can do everything on the boat, not just stand there pretty in a bikini.
Have you
So.
have you gone to an exotic location like the Tropic Star Lodge yet?
No, I have not been able to go there yet. Hopefully one day.
I was talking to Guy Harvey one day, and I asked him. He's the best.
Yeah.
And I said, if you had one place to fish on the planet, where would it be? And he said, it's not even close. The Tropic Star Lodge in Panama. So I went there with him, and the first fish I caught and released was a 450-pound black marlin.
Wow.
First fish. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, this place is pretty good. I gotta
Wow.
post some of those pictures sometime. I don't know if I still got them. Maybe I get on her cool YouTube channel.
There you go.
Darcizzle Offshore.
I haven't caught a marlin yet. One day.
Oh no!
There's a lot of fish in my bucket list.
The problem is they're not here. You gotta you can fish Key West on the crack out there 20 miles out, where there's a better chance, or the Bahamas, which certain times of the year they're everywhere.
Right, right.
I could talk fishing all day long. I look at the blank stares on
No.
everyone's face around.
For some reason,
What's gaffing?
I'm interested today.
You want to know what gaffing
I
is?
don't know.
Well, the fish swims up to the boat. You want to eat it, right?
Uh-huh.
And you take a big hook and you stick a gaff in it and you gaff
I
it.
shouldn't have.
Yeah. Hey, Darcizzle, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Her YouTube channel is Darcizzle Offshore. Gentlemen, with all due respect, you want to see this video. This girl can fish, and pretty attractive.
Thank you.
Lovely, right? Am I being
Good
wrong
for you
here?
for your skills on the boat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
just
you
trying
very
to
much.
give them the, it's radio, so I'm trying to paint the picture.
Gotcha.
You're like a blonde surfer chick who can fish.
No, it's
Yeah.
and it's badass, and you're doing something for the ladies.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do appreciate that.
Thank you. And I love it too, so I really can't complain.
All right, we're going to compare fishing pictures here in a second. Biggest grouper.
My biggest grouper is,
See if I
I
won.
don't really have you one.
55 pounds.
Oh my God. Probably like a 10-pounder.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're going to spend more time in Bimini.
I do. I
Yeah,
do.
fish with live speedos on the bottom,
Really.
and a 50 wide
Kill it.
on a nice a reef at about 85 feet of water, big rocks.
Yeah. Gotta do that. Gotta
Why are
do
you
it.
playing the crickets? Is that boring to you? It's exciting. Yeah, he likes it when I bring the fillets in, though.
Right.
That I
That
do.
noise was actually what's going on inside my head right now. I have no idea
All
what
right,
you
all
guys
right,
are
we got to
talking
take a break. The entertainment news, what do you got?
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Can we do a picture real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Photo op.
Of course.
You want to get a whole crew, or you should...
Well, that was pretty sweet, guys. You know, I've never really been a guest on a radio show other than a couple other times in the past. So that was really cool, and being in studio in person and talking to them was just a different experience. And Paul is super cool, so I want to thank Paul and his crew for inviting me down and having me on the show. And hopefully you guys were listening, but if you didn't get to listen to it, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to the replay down in the description below, and I'll give you the exact time and all that great stuff as to where you can find me and listen to the little expert of me and Paul talking about fishing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until our next adventure, follow your dream and keep on catching.
And thank you to Darcizzle Offshore for coming in, and the boyfriend. Seems like they figured out a way to make a living and not work.
Imagine that, quitting your job 18 months ago, and that's all she does now. Just
And how old
makes
did she say
videos.
she was? 28?
Yeah.
That's amazing, right? And she's not like she's a charter captain, although I imagine there'd be some people that would pay money to fish with